He used to give me roses. I wish he could again, but that was on the outside, and things were different then.
The world is facing a medical emergency far graver than what we have experienced in over a century. The World Health Organization has declared the coronavirus outbreak as a global pandemic. As of now, South Africa has 61 confirmed cases of people infected with the virus, and this number is expected to rise in the coming days and weeks.
This is the first step. We have to make it work within the next 2 to 3 weeks. If it works, we will see as we monitor the numbers. It means we want to see that the numbers don't increase as fast or they can be contained, but also it means that it should not spread much further than what we are already seeing.
Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to it. It's your boy. I think I'm going to name this series of vlogs in my humble fucking opinion, bro. Like, a lot has been happening. You know, I've been posting a lot of stuff on Facebook. And I've been seeing the reactions from people and what people are saying towards what I am saying. Not trying to get anything particular across. I'm just giving my opinion on the current situation and how everything has shifted here in the country in such a short amount of time. So if you're not aware, 3 weeks ago, our country was put on a state of disaster.
We have now declared a national state of disaster in terms of the Disaster Management Act.
So most countries are currently under a lockdown, and it's interesting to see the different types of quarantine or lockdowns that people are under, in the situations and the conditions that are varying from country to country. So our country, which is what I know, but I've got a friend that is in Italy right now, and he's in a whole different situation. And Italy has been like hit by this virus like hard, but seemingly their lockdown restrictions are more relaxed than ours. I mean, they can buy alcohol, which is what I'm going to talk about in this, is the selling and the buying of alcohol and what I feel about it, because this is in my opinion, basically. So please like the page, not the page, I keep on saying the page, like the channel, press the bell notification button so that you can get all the notifications of all the new content that we post on the channel. Also, you can comment down there. You can tell me what you think about my opinion. Give me also your opinion. And then you can also like or dislike my opinion if you don't like it. So just from the jump, man. So our country has been, well, the whole entire world is under this new way of living. And there have been rumors about 5G causing this and that. There's been a lot of talk about how the virus started, right? But if you've been doing research, you'll realize that the coronaviruses are not something that are entirely new. There are a family of viruses, but COVID-19 is what we're currently dealing with, which is the new virus that we're trying to sort of deal with at the moment. So our country is under a lockdown because of COVID-19, which is a respiratory syndrome, meaning that basically when you get the virus, this is a very short explanation. When you get the virus, it goes into your organs, it attaches itself into your organs, it goes down, get to your lungs, and gets stuck there and multiplies. Therefore, you die from COVID-19 related disease, which is one of them is pneumonia. So you get fluid in your lungs because now your antibodies are realizing that we are under attack. Therefore, they develop a whatever bacteria or virus to fight what you already have. Therefore, you develop fluid in your lungs. You have difficulty breathing. You feel like you're drowning because of the fluid. You have difficulty breathing, and then eventually your lungs collapse, and then you die. That's like the short of it. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional, but it's the research, the gist of it, and the research I've been doing. I've been seeing this. So one of the things that have been happening during this time is that liquor stores are closed.
Off-consumption premises, including bottle stores where liquor is sold. Off-consumption areas in supermarkets where liquor is sold. When you go to these supermarkets, there are portions that sell liquor. They shall not. I know that some of them, they've got a tendency of moving their liquor to the main shelves. If we find anybody coming out there with that liquor, ingozi yodwa.
I know it's ironic, right? So, njengoba liquor stores zivaliwe, certain people have taken it upon themselves. So I'm going to split this into two parts. The first part I want to split it into is the sale of alcohol. Actually, let me start with the breaking in caused by this thing. And then the second part is the sale of the actual product. Okay? So basically what has happened is that after this lockdown was announced, which is about 3 weeks ago, 21 days ago to be exact, a lot of people didn't realize what the actual rules were going to be. And because I think the minister of police spoke the following day or after I'm not quite sure when he spoke, but he was giving a breakdown of what is an essential service, what is not an essential service, what is an essential product, what is not an essential product. So he went and gave the breakdown rather of what you can buy and what you cannot buy. And alcohol and cigarettes are one of the things that you could not buy.
There are portions that sell liquor. They shall not. They shall not. They shall not. Not.
And you had about 2 to 3 days to go and buy your liquor for the period of the lockdown, so that you know, if you are a drinker, you know that you've stocked enough alcohol. So there was quite an outcry, from people who do drink, that they feel that it's unfair on them, that certain things are being sold and certain things are not being sold, and why is alcohol banned here but in other countries that have worse situations than we have not been, or the sale of alcohol is still, they are still able to sell and buy alcohol. So that's the conversation that I want to have, right? So the first part of this thing is that people are very social when they drink, right? Nobody really wants to drink at home alone and not socialize with other people. Yeah, so people usually get drunk and they become very social, and they want to hang around people, right? Some people are like, fuck this, black people don't get coronavirus. Like a lot of people I know were on about, black people don't get coronavirus, blah, blah, blah. It's just the white people. And black people can fucking get coronavirus, and they did get coronavirus. And people here where I stay were out in the streets during a time where we were told to social distance. Places were packed, restaurants were closed, but people started their own parties, they did their own thing until lockdown situation had to happen. Now my biggest gripe is the people that are selling alcohol. There are people that are selling alcohol. I'm not a snitch, so I won't say, but there are people that are selling alcohol, and they are hiking the prices of the alcohol, not because of a market or a supply and demand situation, but purely because they know that people want alcohol. It's like something becomes popular when it becomes illegal. So now you know that you can't get up and go and buy alcohol when you want to. Now you have to circle and, you know, try to find ways that you can buy the alcohol. Therefore, everyone is scrambling to buy alcohol. And because everybody is scrambling to buy alcohol, there are those that bought alcohol. I don't know if it was by mistake or if they know people that have stock or whatever the case may be. I don't give a fuck about that. But in my opinion, I feel that there are people that are out there that are exploiting the situation because they can. Because I'm able to sell you a 200 Rand bottle of fucking Gordon's for 500 Rand because you want to drink. You know, I'm not that desperate. I will never do that shit. Okay? But there are people that are out there that are willing to buy this alcohol, you know, because they can afford it. So I really don't like this exchange of me having to buy liquor at an exaggerated price just because, you know, the liquor is not being sold legally. Therefore, you are incurring a risk, but I'm also incurring the risk. You know, so I think we as people, especially, I don't want to go into races and all of that shit, but I feel, in my opinion, that whoever is selling liquor at exaggerated, marked up prices, in my opinion, you're an asshole. Sitting there and you're watching this and doing it, you're an asshole. That's it. You're an asshole. There's a price list. I'm gonna put it up, and you guys will see like how ridiculous these people are exploiting other people. You know, I mean, people are not working now, bro. You know, some people are not working. Some people are getting salary cuts. Some people are being helped by government in some way or some way, shape or form. But ultimately, we're sitting with a situation and there are people that are exploiting the situation. And I really genuinely leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And yes, there are opinions of, no, actually, if you want alcohol, therefore, but if you want to spend that money at Cubana, bro, Cubana comes with certain things, a package. How am I going to pay Cubana prices and come and sit here in my 1-bedroom flat or in my 1-bedroom apartment and drink my liquor alone? There's none of the things that come with being in an establishment that is of a certain caliber, that is in a certain area, that gives you certain things. You know, the atmosphere gives you, you know, you get an atmosphere, you get security. That sometimes more than a living shit out of people. But the point is, you in a safe space. All these things have to be paid for. You know, and unfortunately or fortunately, some places don't charge you a cover fee. You go in there for free. And the cover fee is included along with other costs of running the business. You're not running a business. You're staying at home. You're in lockdown. Now all of a sudden you want to sell us liquor for exaggerated amounts. You're an asshole. In my humble opinion, you're an asshole. And that's it about that. Like, if you want to come with supply and demand, we can take the economic route and we can sort of discuss what supply and demand entails, what needs to be in place, because supply and demand is not just something that is grasped out of the air, but hey, this is supply and this is demand. No, it doesn't work like that. There needs to be a certain environment where these things can both thrive, you know, because there is an ecosystem in economy that allows supply and demand to determine price. Can't just pandemic, now I'm going to. No, it doesn't work like that. So in my humble opinion, if you're selling liquor illegally, because it is legal for everybody, it's fine. Side hustle, do you, bro. But don't fuck people over by hiking your prices just because you can. Then you're being an asshole. And that's it from me. I'll catch you on, because I think I'm going to post 2 videos, actually. So I'm going to catch you on the next video where I'll be discussing something else. So in this one, it's not COVID diaries. It's my COVID diaries, but in my humblest opinion. Guys, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, not the page. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, hit the bell notification button, and please comment if you want to comment. If you want to dislike, bro, you can dislike, you hater, but you can dislike if you want to dislike. And with that said, man, peace, love, and happiness. I'll check you guys on the next video. There is a reaction video that is coming up pretty soon. I don't want to lie and say tomorrow, coming up pretty soon, so I'll post it. But for this one, I said I'm done. Bye everybody.